Hello children, welcome to the next class. Now this class is in continuation of operations on algebraic expressions. In my previous video I have discussed how to add algebraic expressions, monomials and also multinomials, right? And I hope you have understood that. Now subtraction is just the same way as we do subtraction of integers. In subtraction or in algebraic expression is same as we do subtraction of integers, and the rule of algebra is also same. We can only subtract like terms, right? So since you have done the exercise on addition of algebraic expressions, now you are very clear that only like terms can be added or subtracted. That's the sum thumb rule for this addition and subtraction. We cannot add or subtract unlike terms. So only like terms can be added or subtracted. And subtraction rules would be same as the integer rules. Since the integer rules are clear to you, this would be a very simple task, or this exercise, or this new part, that is subtraction, would be very easy for you to understand, right? So let's continue. So I'll take up today I'll directly take up the questions from the exercise. So the exercise is 12F, and I'm taking question number 1. Question number 1, some parts I'm taking. Arrangement will arrange the monomials or whatever the expression is there in the same way as we arrange in integers. So question number 1 says, exercise 12F. Exercise 12F. Now question number 1. Now see, it is subtract. Now in integers also you were given subtract first from second. So I am taking, say, the second subpart. Subtract 3ab square from 7ab square. I'll copy two of these. Minus 4x from 11x. Right? Now let's see. So if it is from this, so I will write, my working should be 7ab square. First I have seen that they are like terms. You should also see it as like term, only then proceed. And minus, put it in bracket, 3ab square. Remember, as we did it in integers, same way. Now 7ab square. Now if there is minus sign, the sign, when you open the bracket, sign changes. Minus 3ab square. Now you would know that the literal part remains the same, 3ab square, and from 7 you subtract 3, 4. Your answer would be 4ab square. If you have any difficulty in this step, you can put it in brackets also. As I told you earlier in my previous video, if you have any difficulty in subtraction or addition, you can put the integers in the bracket, only the numerical coefficient in the bracket, and the literal coefficient, that's the alphabet part, outside it. And then just like integers rules, you can get your answer. Right children? Same way here. Now this from this, so that value should be 11x would be written first. I have to subtract, and what I have to subtract? Minus 4x I will write. Now see what will happen here in this case. Minus, if the sign, whatever sign is there inside, it would change, it would become plus 4x. Right? Now you can directly add, because x part, alphabet part would be same, literal coefficient would remain same. Only the numerical coefficient 11 and 4, only that would be added up. It would be 15x. If you wish, in this step, you can put it in brackets and put the literal coefficient out, and then add according to rules of integers. Whichever way, if you are getting confused adding directly, you can put it in bracket, right? But till there are two terms, you can easily add directly also, because there are only two integers to handle. So question number 1 is clear. So question number 1, even parts, right? Even subparts. Now let's see question number 2. Now question number 2, I'll take up. Question number 2. What does question number 2 say? Subtract first expression. Now instead of a monomial, it is more than one term. First expression from second. I'll take up second part here. What is minus 3a plus b plus 6c from 5a minus 3b minus 4c. Now when there is more than one term, children, see this was monomial and a monomial subtracted. We do it in single line. More than one, we will go by column method, children. Column method. So now this expression is to be subtracted from this. So this would be written first. 5a minus 3b minus 4c. And now like term underneath the like term. With the sign 3a, you put 1 if you go about. In the beginning you can put 1 so that you are remember that. Plus 6c. Now the important part. Well, in subtraction is nothing but we add with the sign change. Actually we add with the sign change only. So we change the sign and the change sign would be in the next line only of the second one, the one which is subtracted. So minus becomes plus, put it in bracket. Plus becomes minus, put it in bracket. Plus becomes minus, put it in bracket, and then proceed. Now we are subtracting, right? Now this is the sign which you are going, the change sign you are going to take, and we will just add. We will just add by changing the sign. So it is minus 6 and minus 4, it is minus 10. Same sign you always add. Minus 1, minus 3, it is minus 1, minus 3. Minus 4, literal coefficient same. Plus 5 and plus 3. Plus 5 and plus 3, plus 8e. This is how you subtract. Once again, children, in the column method, the expression from which you have to subtract to write first, and then the other one. And remember the rule, like term underneath the like term, that rule is same as addition. Then we change the sign, subtraction, this is the only difference. We change the sign and add. Because actually we change the sign and add only, right? So we just add the additive inverse, right? So you will be able to subtract. So this is how you do it. I'll take one more question. The fourth subpart. Now in the fourth subpart, let's do it. Minus 6x minus 9y plus 15z from x minus y minus 3z. Alright, so again remember, children, I'll copy that first plus this one and put 1. Till you are comfortable, put 1 and minus 3z. Now I'll copy minus 6x minus 9y plus 15z. Now what is the step after this, the important step? We change the sign. Plus, negative becomes plus, positive becomes negative. And now add. Although we are subtracting, but we change the sign and add. Minus 3 minus 15, same sign. We add and put the common sign z. Minus 1 plus 9. Minus 1 plus 9. So plus 8, 1. Plus 1 plus 6. Plus 1 plus 6. Plus 7x. You get what is to be subtracted. Right, children? So is it clear? So let's do question number 3. So now all the questions would be done in the same way. So now it is, I'll take one part of question number 3 also. Question number 3, I'll take fourth part. Again I have to subtract. The main heading is same. Subtract. And what I have to subtract? A square plus a minus 1 from a minus a square. Well, I have to copy this first, so I'll copy this. If we arrange in order, it is always better. First the higher degree term and then the less degree. If you copy, it is always good because there is only one variable, only one alphabet there, a only. So in decreasing order of parts, so a square in this. Alright, when you are copying this, it is, as I said, you can put 1 if you want, children. So plus 1a square plus 1a and minus 1. Now see very carefully, right? We'll change the sign, make it negative, negative. Only what you are subtracting, you will change sign of that. Finally, I have to subtract. There is nothing out here. So when you add, so it is plus 1 only because here 0, there is nothing there. Plus 1 and minus 1. Plus 1 and minus 1 is 0. Plus 1 and minus plus 1a and minus 1a cancels off, it is 0. 0 you need not write. I have written here, but 0 you need not write in my final answer. And plus 1 and minus 1. Plus 1a square minus 1. So again it is 0. So well, what is my final answer? Final answer is plus 1 only. Final answer is plus 1. Let's take question number 4 also. All the questions are same with little variation. Now here again subtract. I take up, say children, 4th subpart. So now I directly arrange, right? Subtract first expression from second expression. So I copy the second expression only. And then see in decreasing order of parts. Remember, when you do systematic work, it is always good. Your answer should always come in decreasing order of parts. So I copy minus 8x cubed plus 6x squared minus 4x plus 5. And now I'll copy like term underneath the like term plus 6x cubed minus 8x squared plus 4x minus 2. So now I've copied the question and I've copied the question directly, space was less. So I've copied the expression from which I have to subtract and then the first expression. And I'll change the sign. This becomes negative, this becomes positive, negative, positive, and okay. Plus 5 plus 2 plus 7 plus 4, sorry, minus 4 minus 4. This is minus minus 8x plus 6 plus 8 plus 6 plus 8 plus 14x squared minus 8 minus 6 minus 14x cubed. Answer is coming in such a systematic way because you have arranged already in systematic way. So it should be always in decreasing order of parts if there is only one type of variable. Now there is only one variable, children, okay? X is the variable. So then always arrange in decreasing order of parts, right? Cube x squared x. And your answer would also come in decreasing order of parts. Now here also the variables are there. Here we have different variables. So it we don't have to arrange according to parts, right? Clear, children? Now see, when as you are doing question number 1, see the examples which I have, see the questions which I have done of question number 1. Then when you are doing question number 2, see how I have done question number 2. When you are doing question number 3, see that. And accordingly you do, there will be no difficulty, right? So of all these questions, question number 1 to 4, you will do the even subparts. Now there are simple word problems, very very simple. Now only thing you have to do, which expression is to be subtracted from the other expression, and let's see how it should be done. Well, here the language, understanding of language is important, children. So I'll take up question number 8. Right? I'll take up question number 8, 10 and 14. These word problems I'll take up. Well, I'll tell you how to proceed. How much is first expression less than second expression? Don't read the terms, you will get confused. I'll take it like this. How much is first expression less than the second expression? That is what you should be thinking. How much is first expression less than the second expression? You have to decide how much is this less than the second one. Now you have to decide which one is bigger. First one is bigger or second one is bigger. Once again, how much is first expression less than second? So obviously the second one is bigger because the first expression is smaller. So we have to just decide which expression is bigger, and in arranging from bigger expression we subtract the smaller expression, right? And that is what we'll do. So I'll take up question number 8. Let's proceed with question number 8. So first and foremost we have to decide which is the bigger expression, and from the bigger subtract the smaller. So how much is first expression less than the second? So the second expression is bigger. So I'll arrange it 3r plus 5. From the bigger I'll subtract the smaller, so I've written the bigger expression. It looks smaller, but actually the language says this is bigger, right? And then I'll arrange like term underneath like term. Now there is no term p. I can write here separately. R term is not, R is there. First I'll write the R term plus 3r. Now the constant is not there. Plus 0 I can put. P is there. Minus 2q. Like term underneath the like term, that is the thumb rule for addition and subtraction, children. Now since there was no constant term, I have written 0. Now here there is 0 here. If you want, you can put 0 so that you do not get confused, right? You can write there 0. Now change the sign. Plus. So add up. It is subtraction, but now we have changed the sign, we'll add up. So plus 2q minus p plus 5, and plus 3 and minus 3 is 0 out here. So what should be your answer statement, because it's a simple word problem? So what will you write? P minus 2pq plus 3r is 5 plus p plus 2q less than 3r plus 5. This would be your answer statement, right? What is to be, how much it is less? Is this much less than the second expression. We have to just decide which is the bigger expression by the language, and from the bigger subtract the smaller. Let's do 10th one. Quickly let's do that 10th one, right? It says what must be subtracted from first to get second. Now you are subtracting something from first. This is the first expression, this is the first expression, this is the second expression. What should be subtracted from first? You cut off something so that you get the second one. So which is bigger? From first you are cutting something to get second, so that means first is bigger. So from the bigger we'll subtract the smaller expression. So I'll arrange directly now. So 2x plus 3y, and the other one is plus 1y, and like term underneath like term, and minus 3x. Now don't forget, since we are subtracting, we'll change the sign. Plus, put it in brackets, small tiny brackets, and then just add. Plus 3 minus 1 plus 2y x plus 2 plus 3 plus 5. and then finally write the answer statement as I have told you according to the language of the question. You will find these sums are so very easy, right? And wherever you have doubt, always read the language of question 2-3 times to understand it. Okay, one more question, children. Question number 14. Question number 14, let me take that. What must be added? See, this is my first expression. What must be added to this to get second? This is second. Okay. This is first, this is second. What must be added to this? Add something to get this. Add something to get this. So which is bigger? First or second? This is first, this is second. Add something to first to get second. So which is bigger? Second is bigger. So once we know what is bigger, I'll just arrange it to the bigger. First I'll copy the bigger one, 3x plus 2. And now come copy the next one but arrange properly. See children, it is single variable x square. So I'll first write x square, 5x square. Now see the arrangement plus. There is nothing here, I'll put 0 so that you do not get confused. 0 plus 6x, like term underneath the like term only. There was no x square term, so I have written 0. Minus 3. And now what? Change the sign. Change the sign. We are subtracting the two expressions. Plus 2, plus 3, plus 5. Plus 3, minus 6, opposite sign always subtract with the sign of greater. And here it is already 0, has no sign, and it would be minus 5x square. So what would be a statement? Answer statement. Minus 5x square minus 3x plus 5 should be added to this plus 5x square plus 6x minus 3 to get 3x plus 2. Right? So question number 1, question number 2, 3 and 4. Question number 2, question number 3, question number 4. Children, for all these you do even some parts and after that subsequent even questions. So like question number 6, 8, 10, even questions. Alright, that would be for your classwork notebook. Because see children, this is subtraction, addition is all new to you. You need to practice, take your time, do the sums regularly. Every day you should do the maths work, because don't postpone your work. The day the class is not uploaded, you can do your revision work, or if any work is pending, you can do on that day, right? So this completes this chapter. Now once you have done it, you will be doing multiple choice questions, practicing that, and mental maths also. Mental maths in your book directly you can do it, and multiple choice you can practice in your register, right? So this is completed. Complete this work till we meet again the next chapter. God bless you. Take care.